Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the draw ceremony for the badminton competition of the 31st Olympic Games here in beautiful Rio de Janeiro. I'm Howard Bentham, and joining me on the stage to oversee events are Thomas Lund, who's Secretary General of the BWF. Also here with us is Peter Tatsala, Chair of the Events Committee at the BWF. On the stage next to me, Darren Parks, Events Director of the BWF. Moimir Chinlitsa is the Chief Referee from the Czech Republic. Daniel Mura is IT Support. And our draw assistants, who you will see working feverishly next to me, are Selvam and Venu. On behalf of the Badminton World Federation, we are very pleased and indeed very proud that you can all join us here in the Rio Centro Pavilion for our Olympic draw. Once again, the Olympic badminton competition will be played in its preliminary stages using a group format. And we know this enhances the drama and excitement as each group builds to a climax. We're going to make 5 draws today, 1 for each event, but in a break with tradition, we're going to draw them in reverse order. So we're going to start with the mixed doubles, then the women's doubles, then the men's doubles. That'll then be followed by the women's singles, and finally the men's singles. For each event, we have seeded players who are placed rather than drawn into pre-allocated positions, as per the BWF competition regulations. But the majority of players, seeded and non-seeded, will be drawn into place to get them into the correct position. In your packs, there are detailed notes explaining the step-by-step process for the singles and the doubles draws. That will hopefully make everything crystal clear as we go through the process. So, for example, in both the men's and women's singles, the top seed is placed into Group A, and the second seed goes into Group P. Whether a player is from the same National Olympic Committee in an event, then the first and second ranked players from that NOC have to go into different groups. But unlike London, they can go into the same half of the draw. To ensure this separation, where we have players from the same NOC, we will draw or place them before the other seeded players, starting with the highest seed. The seeding shown is as per the regulations, the seeding of the 21st of July at the end of the Olympic seeding period. The main change to the draw procedure compared to London is that whereas in London we had a fixed 16 groups in the men's singles and women's singles, and the number of players going into the groups could vary from 2 to 4, this time in the men's singles, where we have 41 players, these will be divided into 13 groups, 11 of 3 players and 2 of 4 players. In the women's singles, where we have 40 players, these will also be distributed into 13 groups, but there will be 12 of 3 players and 1 of 4 players. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased that we have some distinguished guests who've kindly agreed to help undertake the draw with us today, and we're going to invite the first of them to join us on the stage very soon. As you can see, we have 2 draw boxes on the table. The green one will contain the balls holding the players or pairs of players' names, and the second box, the yellow box, has the balls which will have in them the letters to denote the groups that the players or pairs are drawn into. And we're going to start with the mixed doubles. So please welcome the first of our guests to help draw the groups, and our guest is going to do this for all of the events. So please, would you welcome from Rio 2016, one of the many event staff making the games happen, Bruno Pena. Bruno, if you can take your place by the yellow box with your matching shirt. And to draw the players, please welcome the Director of Sport at Rio 2016, Rodrigo Garcia. Thank you, Rodrigo. Come and join us. Here is your box. So what we'd like you to do when you draw the names out is to show them to me so that I can read them, hold them up to the audience and to the cameras, and then pass them to Darren, please. And similarly, Bruno, if you can show me and then show the audience, please, the groups that you draw. Now, the top seeds in the mixed doubles draw are placed at the top of Group A. And the top seeds are from China, Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei, the defending Olympic champions, and they are placed into Group A. Group A. The second seeds are placed in the opposite half of the draw, at the top of Group D. The The second seeds from Korea, Ko Sung-hyun, Kim Ha-na, and they're placed in Group D. Group D. Now we come to the third and fourth seeds. Our third seeds are from Indonesia, Tontawi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir. And the fourth seeds from Denmark, Joachim Fischer-Nielsen and Christina Pedersen. And these will go into either groups B or C. So give the balls a little swirl, Rodrigo. And draw our first ball, please. Out of the yellow ball. From Indonesia, Tontawi Ahmad, Liliana Natsir. And they're drawn into Group C. Group C. From Denmark, Joachim Fischer-Nielsen, Christina Pedersen. Drawn into Group B. Group B. Amongst our 5 to 8 ranked players, we have 2 pairs from the same NOC as a pair already placed. So we're going to draw the highest ranked of them first. Praveen Jordan and Debbie Susanto of Indonesia. They're of course from the same NOC as our third seeds. So they have to go into a different group to Ahmad and Natsir. So they cannot go into Group C. So the balls in the box should be A, B, and D. Yes, we'll confirm that. Thank you. Okay, so if you can draw the group, they will be in. Praveen Jordan, Debbie Susanto of Indonesia. Into Group A. Group A. The next pair who have compatriots already placed in the mixed doubles are Zhu Chen and Ma Jin of China, the same as our top seeds. Zhu Chen, Ma Jin, just to confirm. And they have to go into a different group to our top seeds, which of course is Group A. So we have a choice of B, C, and D. The balls containing B, C, and D go into the box. Bruno. Has selected Group B. Group B. So we now have the 10 remaining pairs. Darren will place those pairs into the box. And if we look at the group as they stand at the moment, we have 2 places available in Group A, 2 places available in Group B, 3 spaces in Group C, and 3 spaces in Group D. 2 in Group A, 2 in Group B, 3 in C, 3 in D. So Selvam weaves his magic. We should have 10 balls in there. You're happy? He always looks like that when he's happy. We're going to draw the first of the players, if you would. Rodrigo, thank you. Our first pairing in this stage of the draw. From the United States of America, Philip Chu, Jamie Subandi. Drawn by Bruno into Group D. Group D. Emerging from the yellow bubble from Hong Kong, China, Reginald Lee Chun-hei and Chao Hui-hua. Into Group A. Group A. Rodrigo. Next out, from Poland, Robert Matusiak and Nadezhda Ziba. Selected into Group B. Group B. From Great Britain, husband and wife, Chris and Gabby Adcock. Selected into Group B. Group B. From Thailand, Bodin Isara Savitri Amithrapai. Into Group C. Group C. From the Netherlands, Jacco Arens and Selena Peek. The Dutch pair into Group D. Group D. We can see the bottom of the box, is always a good sign. From Malaysia, Chan Peng Soon, Go Liu Ying. Selected to play in Group C. Group C. Rodrigo selected the Japanese pairing of Kenta Kazuno, Ayane Kurihara, selected into Group D. Group D. The penultimate ball in the mixed doubles. From Germany, Michael Fuchs and Birgit Michels. The Germans into Group A. Group A. And the final ball in the mixed doubles. Rodrigo has pulled out the Australian pairing of Robin Middleton and Lian Chu, taking up their space in Group C. Group C. So just a look at the four groups all together. 4 pairings in each of the groups. That completes the mixed doubles draw. Rodrigo, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Bruno is going to stay with us. And we now move on to the women's doubles draw. And I'd like to invite our next guest, who's got a hard act to follow, actually, after that perfect performance from Rodrigo. Please put your hands together and welcome Elaine Lamego, International Relations Manager from Rio 2016. Welcome, Elaine. You've got a tough act to follow there. Okay, just check the boxes are empty. Okay. You chaps happy? Okay, excellent. When they're happy, I'm happy. So the top seeds in the women's doubles draw are placed at the top of Group A. And the top seeds are Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaki Takahashi. And they're selected into Group A. Group A. Our second seeds go into the opposite half of the draw, to the top of Group D. Our second seeds from China, Tang Yuanting, Yu Yang, into Group D. We now come to our third and fourth seeds, Nitya Krishinda Maheshwari, Gracia Poli of Indonesia, and Jong Kyun Yong and Shin Song Chan of Korea. They go into either Group B or C. So we should have 2 balls for the groups, 2 balls in here for the players. Elaine, if you'd like to select. From Indonesia, Nitya Krishinda Maheshwari, Gracia Poli. And emerging from the green ball is Group C. Group C. Confirmation of the Korean pairing, Jong Kyun Yeon and Shin Song Chan, selected into Group B. Group B. We now come to our 5th to 8th rank players, and we do have a pair, Luo Yu and Luo Ying, the twins, who are from China, same as our second seed, so they have to go into a different group, and we will place them next. Luo Ying, Luo Yu, so they have to go into a different group from D, so it's A, B, or C is the correct balls to go into the box. Gentlemen, you're happy? So, Bruno, if you can select me a group, please, for Luo Yu and Luo Ying of China. They will be playing in Group B. Group B. We also have another pair from Korea, Chang Yina and Lee So-hee. So we're going to place this next pair, again, because they cannot go into the same group as our 4th seeds, Jong Kyun Yeon and Shin Song Chan. And just to confirm, they cannot go into Group B, so it will be A, C, and D that are the balls into the box. Gentlemen, happy? Yep. Bruno, select please. Group D. Group D for Chang and Lee. So we're now going to draw the 10 remaining pairs. So as the balls are put into place, let's just take a look at the way the groups stand at the moment. So 3 spaces available in Group A, 3 spaces in Group A, 2 spaces in Group B, 3 in Group C, and 2 in Group D. 3 in Group A, 2 in Group B, 3 in C, and 2 in Group D. Just wait for the group balls to go in. Sovam also does juggling on a weekend to help pass the time and for practice for the games. You happy with those? Excellent. Okay. If you'd like to select our next pairing, please, in the women's doubles. Elaine has, come on, you really have to work hard on the muscles, Elaine. The pair from the Netherlands, Eefje Muskens and Selena Peek, drawn by Bruno Penna into Group A. Group A, alongside our top seeds. Next out of the box, from Great Britain, Heather Olver and Lauren Smith, selected into Group C. Group C. From India, Jwala Gutta, Ashwini Ponappa, into Group A. Group A. From Hong Kong, China, Poon Lok Yan, Si Ying Suet will play in Group C. Group C. I can see the Danish flag. Camilla Rytter-Juhl, Christina Pedersen of Denmark into Group B. Group B. Still a few left yet. More spaces in the draw. From Bulgaria, Gabriela and Stefani Stoeva into Group D. Group D. From the United States of America, Eva Lee and Paula Lynn Obanana into Group B. Group B. Third to last selected. From Thailand, Putita Supa Jirakul and Sapsiri Tayaratanachai into Group A. Group A. Penultimate ball in the women's doubles. Elaine has drawn the Malaysians Vivian Hu Ka Mun Wu Ki Wei into Group C. Group C. And finally, from Germany, Carla Nelter, Johanna Goliszewski, taking their space in Group D. Group D. Just confirm that we have 4 groups with 4 pairings for the women's doubles. Our chief referee is happy. Elaine, thank you very much. Beautifully done. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for Elaine helping us out here. And thank you, Elaine. And we're going to move straight on to the men's doubles. So please welcome our next guest, who is the Sport Operations Centre Manager for Rio 2016, Renata Siciliano. Welcome, Renata. Lovely to see you again. Okay, all right. The top seeds in the men's doubles draw are placed at the top of Group A. And the top seeds are Lee Yong-dae, Yu Yong-song of Korea. Lee Yong-dae, Yu Yong-song. They're placed into Group A. Thank you, Bruno. And the second seeds placed in the opposite half of the draw at the top of Group D. The second seeds from Indonesia, Hendra Setiawan and Muhammad Ahsan, will be playing in Group D. Group D. Our third and fourth seeds, the number 3 seeds from Korea, Kim Ki-chong and Kim Sa-rang, and the number 4 seeds, Fu Haifeng and Zhang Nan of China, go into either Groups B or C. We have 2 balls for the 2 pairings and 2 groups to choose from. Renata, if you'd like to do the honours, please. We put all that practice in rehearsal. Come on, you've worked out hard today. That's it. From Korea, Kim Ki-chong, Kim Sa-rang. And they're selected into Group C. Group C. Renata. Out of the ball comes the Chinese pairing, Fu Haifeng, Zhang Nan. Bruno, Group B, thank you. Group B. Now we have one pair from this same NOC as a pair already placed, Chai Biao and Hong Wei, who are from China, same as our 4th seeds, Fu Haifeng and Zhang Nan. So they have to go into a different group to the Chinese pair, so they may not be selected into Group B. So the balls to go into the box should be Group A, C, and D. A, C, and D. Selvam is making sure the right balls are in there. You're happy, sir? Okay, Bruno. Group D. Group D for Chai and Hong of China. We now draw the remaining 11 pairs. So we need 11 yellow balls into the green box and 11 balls to head into the group box. And just to confirm in the men's doubles then, there should be 3 spaces in Group A, 3 in Group A, 3 in Group B, 3 in Group C, and 2 in Group D. That should add to 11. 3 in A, 3 in B, 3 in C, 2 available in Group D. We've checked up his sleeves and everywhere, even though he's a bit of a magician with these balls, is Selvam. We're making sure the right number go in. Are you happy, sir? You're very happy. I'm very happy. That looks good to me. Okay, Renata, draw away, please. In the men's doubles, the remaining 11 pairs. You're getting the hang of this now, aren't you? From Chinese Taipei, Li Shengmu and Tsai Chia-sin. They will be doing battle in Group A, alongside the top seeds from Korea, of course. Renata has selected the Russian pairing, Vladimir Ivanov, Ivan Stolzanov. They have been drawn into Group A as well, Group A for the Russians. Next out of the yellow ball, from the United States of America, Satawat Pongnairat and Philip Chu. into Group B. Group B. From Denmark, Mathias Bo and Carsten Mogensen. The Danes selected into Group C. Group C. From India, Manu Atri and B. Sumit Reddy. The Indian pairing into Group D. Group D. Next out from Poland, Adam Swalina and Przemysław Waka. Drawn into Group C. Group C. From Germany, Michael Fuchs and Johannes Schüttler. The Germans into Group B. Group B. Out next, from Australia, Matthew Chow and Sawan Serensinga into Group A. Group A. Just 3 balls to choose from. It's a tough one to break. She's done it. Well done, Renata. From Japan, Hiroyuki Endo, Kenichi Hayakawa. It's like shelling peas. Into Group D. Group D. The penultimate ball in the men's doubles. Come on, Renata, you can do it. Well done. From Malaysia, Go V Shem, Tan Wee Kiong. Into Group B. Group B. And the last ball, the last yellow ball and the last green ball. From Great Britain, Marcus Ellis and Chris Langridge take up the remaining space in Group C. Group C. So let's just check that we have 4 groups of 4 pairings in the men's doubles. Our chief referee has a smile on his face, which is a very good sign. Renata, thank you. A job very well done. Thank you for the workout. Okay, great. Great stuff. Okay, what we're going to do before we get down to business, ladies and gents, with the draws for the men's and women's singles, is just actually to take a moment to recap the 3 doubles draws so far. So Thomas Lund is going to help us do this and cast his expert eye over the draws that we've had. If we can go back to the mixed doubles. So Thomas, what catches your eye as we look there? Group A, obviously, with the top seeds.
I think overall, when you look at the 4 groups, I think it's 4 very even groups. I think Group B, especially, will be very interesting to see who comes out of that as the two pairs moving on. A very strong group, I would say, which is pretty unpredictable. But I mean, it is the Olympics, so you never know what is going to happen with these draws. But I would say probably the Group B is the killer group in this draw.
Yes, of course, Group B with 3 European pairings in there. Let's move on to the women's doubles and just take a look at how that stands out. So Group A, we have the Japanese top seeds, Matsutomo and Takahashi, the Dutch pairing, and then Gutta and Ponappa of India, and then the Thais, Super Chirakul and Taya Ratanachai. That looks an interesting group as well.
Yeah, I would say in this one also Group B for me looks very interesting with Jung and Shin, Liu and Peterson and Ritter Yule probably being the three favorite pairs going on from that group, but there's only two going on, so I mean that's definitely a killer group. Otherwise, very even playing field, lots of good matches, and I'm sure lots of things for spectators to come and enjoy over the week.
Yeah, there has to be a big casualty in that group. That's one big name will have to go out there.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Remember, it's the top two that will qualify from all the doubles groups that go through to the quarter-finals draw. Let's just have a look at the men's doubles then, as we've just drawn that. So Group A with Li and Yu, Li and Sai of Chinese Taipei. The Russian pairing, now that's interesting, Ivanov and Sozanov alongside the Aussies Chow and Seren Singer. What is the situation with Russia at the moment, Thomas?
Well, the situation is that we've been asked to provide information to validate that the Russian pair can participate, and according to the criteria that we've been given from the IOC, we've provided information that from our side seems to be that they will participate and be eligible to play. That's still to go through a validation with the IOC, but at this time they're in the draw and eligible to play in the competition.
So looking at the men's doubles draw, you've picked out Group B in the two previous ones. Which one catches your eye here?
Well, I mean, again, there's probably favorites in the groups in terms of two going on. Very little, I mean, top competition in many of the groups. I would say Group D is probably a little bit of a killer group here, with obviously the second seeds being favorites probably go on, probably together with the Chinese pair. I'm sure the Japanese will see themselves as a strong outsider here in this group, and be exciting to see who goes on from that group. I mean, but again, it's unpredictable who will go on. I mean, the Olympics is so special. Everybody is obviously top gear to play the competition. There's lots of nerves, lots of excitement, lots of things that can influence the results. So I'm sure it'll be a very, very interesting week to follow these group plays.
And obviously the global game, you represent the Badminton World Federation. How important is it to bring it here on the biggest stage of all in the Olympics in South America?
Well, it's amazing to get to a new continent, present our sport in a place that, you know, frankly, it's not played as much as in other areas of the world, but already now we feel it's catching up and more and more exciting, more people joining the different activities we have also outside the Olympics. But I mean, of course, the Olympics is the big thing, and that's where we need to excite the population of Rio and Brazil over the next coming weeks.
I'm sure we will with our fantastic sport. Thank you, Secretary General of the BWF, Thomas Lund, who will retake his seat at the end of the table as we move our draw on to the women's singles. My two beautiful assistants, are you happy? You're very happy. That's good. Nice to see. In the women's singles, there are 40 players, and that translates into 12 groups of 3 players and 1 group of 4. The group that the third seeds are drawn into will be the group of 4. So worth bearing that in mind. The third seeds are drawn into the group of 4. And to make the draw for the women's singles, please welcome my next guest, Daniel Channon, who is the Results Technology Manager at Rio 2016. Who wins the prize for the slowest walk to the stage today, definitely. Welcome. Nice to see you. So as I explained, the top seed will go into Group A, and that is Carolina Marin of Spain, the reigning world champion. Thank you, if you can show everybody. And Bruno, she will be placed in Group A. We now must place the second seed, and she goes into the opposite half of the draw, into Group P. She's, of course, the 2011 world champion and Olympic silver medalist from China, Wang Yihan. And she goes into Group P. Group P. We now come to the third, fourth seeds. The third seed is the 2013 world champion, Ratchanok Intanon from Thailand. And the fourth seed from China is defending Olympic champion Li Shuerui. They can go into either E or L. Daniel, who have you selected? From Thailand, Ratchanok Intanon, selected in the women's singles into Group L. Group L. So let's just confirm the rest of the draw here. Come on, Daniel, you can do it. Renata made it look really easy. From China, Li Shuerui into Group E. Group E. Now we come to the 5-8 seeds. We have 4 players to place at this stage. Saina Nehwal of India, Nozomi Okuhara of Japan, Song Ji-hoon of Korea, Tai Tzu Ying of Chinese Taipei. They can go into Group C, G, J, or N. C, G, J, or N. You're happy with the groups that have gone in? We have 4 balls to select from here. Daniel, if you can weave your magic, please, sir. From Japan, Nozomi Okuhara, drawn into Group J. Group J. From India, Saina Nehwal into Group G. Group G. From Korea, Song Ji-hoon into Group C. Group C. And from Chinese Taipei, Tai Tzu Ying into Group N. Group N. Should have 2 empty boxes. Excellent. So let's turn to the 9 to 13 seeds, and remember that the number of groups corresponds to the number of seeds. So with 13 groups, we have 13 seeds. We have 5 groups remaining and 5 seeds to be placed at this step of the draw. They will be going into Groups D, H, I, K, and M. Yes, gentlemen? That's Sindhu Pasala of India, Akane Yamaguchi of Japan, Kirsty Gilmore of Great Britain, Porntip Burana Prasatsuk of Thailand, and Bae Yeon-ju of Korea. Daniel's obviously on a speed draw here. He's got one out of the box already. Okay. There's no stopping this fella. Okay. He's pulled out from Great Britain, Kirsty Gilmore. And Kirsty will be playing in Group D. Group D. That slowed you up, isn't it? From Japan, Akane Yamaguchi into Group K. Group K. From India, the Sindhu Pasala into Group M. Group M. Penultimate ball at this stage of the draw. In the women's singles, Daniel has drawn from Thailand, Porntip Burana Prasatsuk into Group H. Group H. Last out of the box. From Korea, Bae Yeon-ju into Group I. Group I. Okay. Yes, absolutely, gentlemen. We come to the remaining players in the women's singles draw. We have a further 27 players, and they're now all going to go into the draw box. And I'm just going to confirm by looking at the box here. Remember, the number 3 seed is Group E. Is that correct? Yes? The number 3 seed, Group E, is the group of 4. So we have 2 spaces remaining in Group A, 2 spaces remaining in Group C, 2 spaces remaining in Group D, 3 spaces remaining in Group E, 2 spaces in Group G, 2 spaces in Group H, 2 spaces in Group I, 2 spaces in Group J, 2 spaces in Group K, 2 spaces in Group L, 2 spaces in Group M, 2 spaces in Group N, and 2 spaces in Group P. Happy? We'll just wait. Yeah, we'll just wait till we've got exactly the right number of group places to go into the draw. Absolutely imperative that we get this correct. Gentlemen, do you need me to go through that again to make sure? Are you? No, you're happy? Okay. Just wait till all the correct balls have gone into the box. Can you sing? Last of the balls, just being double checked by Selvam and Venu, my 2 fabulous assistants making the magic happen up here. The last few before we put them in the box. So we should have 27. Darren, you're happy? 27 balls are in there. We're just waiting for the last one to have the top put on. And I think that is a new Olympic record for time for Selvam. Well done. A personal best. When you're happy, chaps, pop them in the box. Yes? Great stuff. Thank you. Running repairs to one of the balls, I think. You're happy with that, Venu? Let's get all those into the box. Ready to draw. Okay, we're good? Okay then, right, let's draw these last 27 players in the women's singles. Daniel, you're up. Who have we got? From Italy, Gianina Cicconini. And she's into Group I. Group I. From Mauritius, Kate Fu Kuna. Drawn into Group H. Group H. From Canada, Michelle Lee. The Canadian will head into Group M Group M. From Russia, Natalia Perminova. Drawn into Group N. Group N. Next up, from Bulgaria, Linda Zechiri. Into Group D. Group D. D, can we just double check that last was Group D, D. Yep, happy. From Switzerland, Sabrina Jacquet. Into Group D, Group D. It's a long way down. Next, from Ukraine, Maria Ulitina. Into Group G, Group G. From Hungary, Laura Saroshi. Into Group M, Group M. Just hold on, Daniel. Let's just wait till we get confirmation of that. M. That's right, thank you. From Finland, Nana Vainio. Into Group A, Group A. From Hong Kong, China, Yip Pui Yin. Into Group L, Group L in the women's singles. Keep selecting, Daniel. Fair few balls left in there. From France, Delphine Lansac. Bruno has selected Group C, Group C. From Austria, Elisabeth Baldauf. Elizabeth into Group N, Group N. From Australia, Wendy Chen Xuan Yu into Group H, Group H. From Turkey, Ozgur Bayrak into Group I, Group I. From Ireland, Chloe McGee. Chloe McGee into Group P, Group P. From Germany, Karin Schnasser into Group P, Group P. From Denmark, Lina Kjærsfeldt, the Dane, into Group A. Group A. All European Group A. From the United States of America, Iris Wang, into Group E. Group E. You can start to see the bottom. We're heading in the right direction. From Brazil, Lahaine Vicente, into Group G. Group G. From Estonia, Katie Tolmov, into Group L. Group L. From Singapore, Liang Xiao Yu, drawn into Group C. Group C. From the Czech Republic, Christina Gavenholt, drawn into Group K. Group K. From Vietnam, Vu Thi Trang, Group J. Group J. Just 3 left in the box. From Portugal, Telma Santos, Group E. Group E. Next up, from Indonesia, Indawani Fanetri, Group J. Group J. Penultimate ball in the women's singles draw. From Malaysia, T. Jing Yi, into Group K. Group K. And the last name, and the last group. 1 empty box, 2 empty boxes. From Belgium, Lian Tan, into Group E. Group E. So let's now take just a moment to check we have the requisite numbers in the right groups. 4 players in Group E, 3 players in each of the rest of the groups. Our chief referee is a happy man. Excellent. Bruno, you're going to stay with us for one more draw. Daniel, you did a sterling job there. Thank you very much. The women's singles draw is now complete. And that brings us on to the men's singles draw. And in the men's singles, there are 41 players, and that translates into 11 groups of 3 players and 2 groups of 4. 2 groups of 4. The groups the second and third seeds are drawn into will be the groups of 4. So worth making a note of that. The groups the second and third seeds are drawn into will be the groups of 4. And please welcome our final guest, who's going to help assist with the men's singles draw. The manager of Yonex Brazil is Yuki Sawada. It's the only place you can go in the entire Rio 2016 without your accreditation on. Real special land up here. Okay, all right then. Yuki, you're going to be drawing the names from the green box. So as I explained, the top seed goes into Group A. He is, of course, from Malaysia, the Olympic silver medalist in Beijing and in London. It's Lee Chong Wei. And Lee Chong Wei goes into Group A. Group A. We now must place the second seed. He goes into the opposite half of the draw into Group P. Now this is a group of 4, remember. The reigning world champion, bronze medalist in London, from China, Chen Long. Chen Long into Group P. Group P. We now come to the 3-4 seeds. The third seed is from China, Lin Dan, and the fourth seed from Denmark is Victor Axelsen. They can be drawn into either Group E or Group L. Okay, Yuki. Yuki has drawn from Denmark, Victor Axelsen. And the Great Dane will be in Group L. Group L. So just to confirm, there should be Lin Dan in there, our number 3 seed. Indeed it is, from China, Lin Dan. And Lin Dan is into Group E. Group E. And that should be the group of 4. We now come to the 5 to 8 seeds. We've got 4 players to place at this stage. Jan U Jorgensen of Denmark, Chu Tien Chen of Chinese Taipei, Tommy Sugiarto of Indonesia, and Son Wan Ho of Korea. And the groups that they can go into are C, G, J, or N. Gentlemen, you're happy? Okay. Yuki? From Korea, Son Wan Ho, the Korean, drawn into Group N. Group N. From Chinese Taipei, Chu Tien Chen. Into Group C. Group C. Thank you, Bruno. Yuki. From Denmark, Jan U Jorgensen. Drawn into Group G. Group G. And the last of the balls from this part of the draw. From Indonesia, Tommy Sugiarto. He will be in Group J. Group J. Now we come to the 9 through to 13 seeds, and just a reminder, of course, that the number of groups corresponds to the number of seeds. So with 13 groups, we should have 13 seeds. That means we've got 5 groups remaining and 5 seeds to be placed at this stage of the draw, and they're going to go into D, H, I, K, and M. The players will be Shrikant Kirambi of India, Hu Yun of Hong Kong, China, Angus Ung Ka Long, also of Hong Kong, China, Mark Zwiebler of Germany, and Rajiv Usef of Great Britain. Gentlemen, you're happy the right balls are in there? Thank you. We have the players to draw. Yuki, if you can do the first of those, please. First out in this part of the draw, from Germany, Mark Zwiebler. And he will be in Group K. Group K. The next selection by Yuki. From Hong Kong, China, Angus Ung Ka Long. Into Group M. Group M. From Great Britain, Rajiv Usef. And the Brits will be in Group I. Group I. 2 balls left in the box. Yuki has drawn from India, Srikanth Kidambi, into Group H. Group H. And last ball at this stage of the draw from Hong Kong, China, Hu Yun, into Group D. Group D. Okay. Now we have one unseeded player who has a fellow athlete from the same NOC in the men's singles, and we'll have to make sure that they're separated into a different group. So we're going to draw him next. He's the 14th ranked player. That's Lee Dong-kyun of Korea. So Yuki, if you can hold up Lee's name card there. He has to go into a different group to Son Won-ho. So Son Won-ho is in Group N. So we must not have Group N ball in the draw. So Vinu has taken that out. Okay, so that means that in the draw then, we should have A, C, D, E, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, and P. Okay. So, wait for the final adjustments. These two will be seeing coloured balls in their sleep, I think, tonight. Happy chaps? Okay, so we should have those 12 balls then to draw a group for Lee Dong-kyun of Korea. You're dealing with the stress okay, Bruno? Yeah, you're doing well, you're doing well. Okay, chaps, you're happy? Bruno, select us a group, please. The group drawn is Group L. Group L. Okay. So, we now then come to the remaining players in the draw. So that's a further 27 to draw. Darren will put the names into the box. We're just going to take out of the yellow box the groups that we do not need, and I shall just go through and make sure that we have exactly the right balls and the number of places in the groups. So remember, the groups of 4 are Group E and Group P. So E and P are the groups of 4. So that means then the remaining places available: 2 in Group A, 2 in Group C, 2 in Group D, 3 in Group E, 2 in Group G, 2 in Group H, 2 in Group I, 2 in Group J, 2 in Group K, 1 in Group L, 2 in Group M, 2 in Group N, and 3 in Group P. Chaps, you're happy with that, yeah? We're just 27 balls away from the end of the Olympic draw. So important that the right number of balls and groups and players' names all match up, and we're almost ready to go. tucking in those little bits of ribbon as well. So Chen Long and Lin Dan in those groups, the 2 and 3 seeds in the groups of 4 in groups E and group P. Both be desperate, of course, for a gold medal. Will it be their turn? Well, this draw, I'm sure, will help determine some of that as to what happens next. Boys, we almost there. Yep, the last of the balls, I think, being closed. Just make sure that all the ribbons are tucked in. All those balls are identical. 27 balls. Darren, 27 balls in there. Okay, let's start placing those balls into the box. And we're in the home straight. How's the muscles? Okay? A good workout for you. It's a one-armed workout, though. Yeah. You'll need to do this all again tonight on the other arm, definitely. Okay. Selvam, you happy? Venna, you happy as well? Good. Right. Yuki, this is your turn. A right-handed draw. And out at this stage, first from the box, from Guatemala, Kevin Corden. Kevin drawn into Group P. Group P, the group of 4. From Japan, Sho Sasaki. Into Group I. Group I. From Ireland, Scott Evans. Into Group K. Group K. From Suriname, Soren Opti. Into Group A. Group A. Tough draw with the number 1 seed, Lee Chong-wei, waiting there. Next out of the box, from Portugal, Pedro Martins. Goes into Group M. Group M. From Spain, Pablo Abian. Spaniard into Group D. Group D. From Poland, Adrian Dziolko. Into Group P. Group P. From Brazil, Igor Coelho de Oliveira. Into Group K. Group K. You're making this look easy, Yuki. From Russia, Vladimir Malkov. Bruno has selected Group E. Group E. That's the group of 4, of course, with Lin Dan. From Belgium, Yuhan Tan. Into Group C. Group C. From the Czech Republic, Petr Kokal. Into Group I. Group I. From Sweden, Henry Haskainen. the Swede, into Group H. Group H. Still a good few in the box. But next out, from Austria, David Obernosterer, into Group E. Group E. From Sri Lanka, Niluka Karunaratne, into Group P. Group P. From Thailand, Boonsak Ponsana, into Group L. Group L. From Vietnam, Nguyen Tien Minh, into Group E. Group E. From Ukraine, Artem Pochtarev, Group N. Group N. We can see the bottom. We're nearly there. From South Africa, Jacob Maliekel, well rescued. Group N. Group N. Next one from Yuki. From Mexico, Lino Munoz will be playing in Group H. Group H. From Canada, Martin Jeffrey, into Group M. Group M. From Estonia, Raul Must, into Group G. Group G. From Brunei, Jasper Yu Woon Chai, into Group D. Group D. From Singapore, Derek Wong Zi Liang, in Group A. Group A. Just 4 balls left to select now. And Yuki reveals from France, Brice Leverday, into Group G. Group G. From Israel, Misha Zilberman, into Group C. Group C. Just 2 to choose from. Yuki. Well done. From the United States of America, Howard Shue. Group J. Group J. And let's hope the magic happens here. The last name and the last group, an empty box. From Cuba, Osleni Guerrero. Group J. Group J. An empty box to my left and an empty box to my right. Excellent. Let's just have a quick look to make sure we have the requisite number of players. 4 in Group E, 4 in Group P. The rest of the groups A, C, D, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, and N have 3 players each. confirmation from our chief referee. Yuki, thank you very much for your hard work. Thank you, Bruno. Excellent work there. That concludes the men's singles draw and indeed our Olympic draw ceremony. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for the wonderful assistance from our guests and from our esteemed team here on the stage. We do look forward to some fantastic badminton. We've got some exciting games, some exciting matchups from that draw today here in beautiful Rio de Janeiro. The competition gets underway on August the 11th. Thank you.